Welcome back to the Military Meditation Coach, your source for meditation, mindfulness, and relaxation exercises, made for the military, but good for everyone. I'm Dr. Julie Kinn with the Defense Health Agency, and today Dr. Genelle Weits completes our 3-part series on meditating while sitting with difficulties. Today's mindfulness exercise will focus on breath, body, and sound awareness, and then we'll include a practice in sitting with difficult thoughts, sensations, or emotions as they arise.
Getting into a comfortable position, whether it's lying down or seated, knowing that you can always change positions at any time. Taking a somewhat dignified posture, attempting to be alert and aware of the moment. While it may be possible to fall asleep during these meditations, perhaps having the intention to fall awake, becoming more and more aware of sensations in the body, thoughts or images in the mind, emotions that may be present. And even as various sounds or thoughts may pull your mind away from the body, each time this occurs, gently but firmly, bringing your attention back to the body. Becoming aware of your breath, simply noticing how it feels in this moment. Becoming aware of any desire to make it different than how you found it. Slower or deeper. Attempting to allow your breath to be however it is in this moment. Becoming aware of the tempo, the rhythm of your breathing. Noticing if it seems regular or if the rhythm changes. Bringing awareness of any movements in the body as you notice your breath. There may be a place in the body that you feel the breath most vividly. Noticing that place. Attempting to rest your mind in the place where you feel the breath most vividly. Noticing the movement, whether subtle or more obvious. Becoming aware of any sounds. Whether you're imagining the sound of your breath, or you can actually hear it. And again, being aware of any change you've done to try to hear your breath, or to soften the sound of your breath. Attempting to allow however you are breathing now to continue just as it is. Whenever your mind moves away from the breath, gently bringing it back. Bringing it back to the next breath or the one after. Coming back to the breath. Coming back to the breath. Becoming aware of the position or posture that you're in. Noticing where your body is making contact with the chair, the floor, or whatever you're seated on. Beginning to bring awareness to your body as a whole. Noticing any sensations or lack of sensation in the front of your body, your face, your neck, the front of your torso, the abdomen, your pelvis, noticing any sensations or lack of sensation in your thighs, the fronts of your knees, your shins, your ankles, the tops of your feet, each toe, then moving awareness to the soles of your feet, the pad of each toe, your heels, and then awareness to the back side of your body, your calves, the backs of your knees, the backs of your thighs, your gluteals and pelvic region. Bringing awareness of any sensations to your low back, your hips, your mid-back, noticing any sensations in your upper back, the rib cage, and shoulder blades. Bringing awareness to your shoulders themselves, from the neck all the way out to the shoulders. And then bringing awareness to the upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, the wrists, the palms of your hands, and down each finger. The backs of your hands, and then back up the arms, through the neck, and into the back of the head, and the top of the head. Bringing awareness to any sounds. Focusing on the sounds in your environment. Attempting to notice if you're trying to figure out the source of the sound, the location, the distance. And trying as best you can to just notice the sound as it enters your ears. The rhythm of the sound, if it's regular or changing or random. The tone or pitch of the sounds. Any reactions you may have to what you hear. Becoming aware of any interpretations or images that come to mind as you hear the sound. Just noticing that, allowing it to be here, and then coming back to just listening. There may be sounds internally, your breath, digestion, your heartbeat. Becoming aware of them, if you are. Perhaps the sound of movement, your clothing, your joints. Whatever the sound is, attempting to just listen. Not needing to do anything. Simply listening, hearing, and being aware of any reaction or response to the sounds that you may have. Noticing any desires to hear more of some sound or wish a certain sound was present. Or any urges to get rid of a sound that's unpleasant or boring. Attempting to treat each sound that comes into your awareness similar to any other sound. Allowing it to be here, mostly because it already is. And coming back to listening. Listening. Your mind has wandered, bringing it back to listening. Up until this point, when we have been sitting and noticing our mind wandering, the instruction has simply been to notice where the mind has gone and gently and firmly bringing the attention back to the breath or body or sound, back to whatever you intended to be focusing on. Now we're going to explore a different way to respond. Instead of bringing attention back from a thought or feeling or sensation, now we'll attempt to allow the thought, feeling, or sensation to remain in the mind. Rather than shifting away from this thought, feeling, or sensation, we'll attempt to sit with it, not avoiding or distracting, rather becoming more intimately aware of what's occurring in this moment. Perhaps in the last few moments, you've noticed that your attention is kept being pulled to a painful thought or difficult emotion, unpleasant body sensation. Identifying one of those sensations, thoughts, or emotions, and deliberately move your focus of attention to your body. Seeing if you can become aware of any physical sensations in the body that come along with that thought, emotion, or reaction. You could imagine breathing into this region on the in-breath and breathing out from this region on the out-breath. And just as we've practiced in awareness of the body or breath, not needed to change anything. Rather, we're attempting to explore the feelings, to see them more clearly. Noticing any expectations, fears, or judgments about what it means sitting with this difficulty. Becoming aware of those, perhaps even saying to yourself, thinking, judging, fortune-telling. Reminding yourself that thoughts are not facts. They're just events of the mind. If there happens to be no difficulty or concern coming up for you right now, and you'd like to explore this new approach, if you choose, you may deliberately bring to mind a difficulty that's going on in your life. Perhaps something that is not extremely important or critical, something that you're aware of as unpleasant or unresolved. Perhaps a misunderstanding or an argument, a situation where you feel an emotion. And if perhaps nothing comes to mind, choosing something from the past, either recent or distant, that once caused unpleasantness. Now, once you have focused on some troubling thought or situation, allow yourself to take time to tune into any physical sensations in the body that the difficulty evokes. Noticing any physical sensations that are becoming more intense or noticeable as you focus on that difficulty. Become mindful of those sensations, deliberately directing your focus of attention to the region of the body where the sensations are strongest. Focus on them in a gesture of an embrace, a welcoming. It might include breathing into that part of the body on the in-breath and breathing out from that region of the body on the out-breath. All the while exploring the sensations, watching the intensity shift up and down from one moment to the next. As unpleasant as these moments may be, you may try deepening the attitude of acceptance and openness to whatever sensations you're experiencing. You may say to yourself, "It's okay. It's here. Let me be open to it. Whatever it is, it's already here. Let me be open to it." In this way, we may become more open to it by softening to the sensations and opening creating space, allowing this to be here. Seeing if it's possible to stay with the awareness, exploring these sensations with curiosity, and noticing your relationship to them. Breathing with them, accepting them, letting them be here, offering them some space, softening to their presence, attempting to let them be here just as they are. And know that by saying it's already here or it's okay, we're not judging the original situation. We're not judging the original situation or saying that everything's fine. Remember, by saying it's already here or it's okay, you're not judging the original situation or saying that everything's fine. Rather, we're bringing awareness to the situation right now as it affects us in this moment. To remain open to the sensations in the body, the emotions that are present. We do not have to like these feelings. It's natural not to want to have them around. You may find it helpful to say to yourself inwardly, it's okay not to want these feelings. It's okay I don't like them. They're already here. Let me be open to them. Over and over, as best you can, keeping your attention focused on the body sensations present as you maintain this difficulty in your mind. Over time, you may notice the body sensations are no longer pulling your attention to the same degree. Just becoming aware of that change. If in the next few moments no powerful body sensations arise, feel free to try this exercise with any body sensations you notice, even if they have no particular emotional charge. Or you can move to another difficulty, an emotion, a thought, an image, an unpleasant body sensation. Reminding yourself, it's here. It's okay. It's already here. Let me be open to it. And with each breath, softening and opening to the sensations, creating space for it to be here, alongside everything else that's present.
Thank you for joining us today. The Military Meditation Coach podcast is produced by the Naval Center for Combat and Operational Stress Control and by the Defense Health Agency. You can learn more about our free health resources for the military community on Facebook and Twitter at Military Health. If you like this show and would like more, please subscribe and review us on iTunes or wherever you get podcasts. The views expressed are those of the presenters and do not reflect the official policy of the Department of Defense or the United States government.